Welcome back to another episode of Forza Horizon 3. Today we are going to be taking a look at this beauty coming straight across the pond from the UK. This, my friends, is the 2014 Rolls-Royce Wraith. So when most people think of Rolls-Royce, they think of big, super heavy, very luxurious, like sedans, you know what I mean? And there's actually a saying that says you don't drive a Rolls-Royce, you get driven in one. And while that holds true for some of the models like the Ghost or the Phantom sedan and stuff like that, the Wraith is a bit of a different story. So this is a 4-seater, 2-door coupe, and this thing is actually pretty powerful. So it's got over 600 horsepower, twin turbo to V12 engine, 0 to 60 in about 4.4 seconds, which isn't insane, but it's still very, very good. And an electronically limited top speed of around 155 miles an hour. So, I mean, it's a very powerful car, and you might be wondering like, whoa, what the heck, twin turbo V12, how come it's so slow? It's because it's so heavy. So this is mixing a drivable car with like crazy luxury. This thing's over 5,000 pounds because of all the amenities and all the extras and stuff that's loaded into it. So it's a very heavy street tank of a car with a Lamborghini engine in it. You know what I mean? Like it's actually a BMW engine. But what I'm saying is it's got like Lamborghini, Porsche, Ferrari style power. It's just it's in a very heavy, luxurious package. So they're kind of cool cars in that regard. It's a little bit different. Nothing else really matches up with this. There's nothing that competes with it. It's kind of in a class of its own. So let's see what we can do here. Gosh, that was ugly. We could go with the all black there. Classy as fuck. What else can we have here? Is that, what in the world? I don't even know what that is. I like the wood. When I first saw this, so obviously on the inside of these things, there's a lot of wood grain and stuff. I was thinking about doing the wood paint job on this. I was considering it. That actually looks pretty nice right there with the rose gold chrome color contrasting. Let's take a look because I think this is the only car we would ever be able to, ooh, wow. That's kind of sexy right there. I like the red looks really good. I didn't expect to like the red that much. We might have to do something special. But I was thinking about, I don't think there's any other car in the world we could pull off wood grain on, but we might be. I still think that's just so ugly. All right, I think, I really like the red. I don't know what it is about the red, but it's speaking to me. I don't like the orange as much. The blues don't look bad. I like the two-tones, though. I wish the red was in a two-tone. Let's go with the red. Screw it. I liked it right off the bat, so we're going to go ahead and buy this thing. $310,000. It's not that bad. I mean, you think of Rolls-Royce, you think like $500,000 plus, but this is kind of like, it's not the entry-level car. I think the Ghost is the cheapest one. I think that's just under 300. And the Wraith is just over 300. And then you have the Dawn convertible, which is also in this game. We might check that out soon, which is a little bit more. I think it's less powerful, but it's got the convertible. And then at the top of it, you've got the Phantom. It's got the sedan, the coupe, and the drop head. So anyway, let's, ooh, I did not mean to do that. Look at that. I love how the little thing comes out. That's so cool, dude. Anyway, let's go ahead and back out here and let's see what we've got going on in terms of upgrades. I'm gonna try to make this thing as good as we possibly can because it is, I mean, like I said, it's got a powerful engine in it, but it's very, very heavy, so it's hard to get this thing going and hard to get it stopped too. So we're gonna need all the help we can get, and I'm gonna see you guys on the other side. Are you guys ready to see what might be the ugliest wing you could ever put on a vehicle? Or the ugliest vehicle to ever put a wing on? Look at this. That is just atrocious looking. I do not like the look of that at all. I'm kind of weirded out by the back end of Rolls-Royces. I don't know. They're not my favorite. Like, I like the front end. I really like the kind of like front face and the headlights and stuff of pretty much all of them. But the back end, I don't know. It weirds me out a little bit. I don't know what it is. Kind of an interesting little thing. Oh, shoot. I forgot. Got them suicide doors, baby. Opening up the wrong way. Oh, dude, that's so sick. Oh, I would feel like such a badass every single time that I got out of my vehicle opening it up like that. Look at that right there. Pure luxury. This is, look at all the space and leg room, and I'm sure the back seat's got quite a bit too. How do we turn this thing on? I don't even see an option. Usually we have options to start it, but we don't even have an option to start it. Ha! All right, well, we're just gonna go in and drive then. Yes, sir. So you guys can see we changed the rims. It's just the stock rims. Although they look nice and they look like quintessential Rolls-Royce, they're way too heavy. So we got some racing rims, blacked them out. I don't think it looks too bad. This thing, dude, it's just a wide body. When you have a wide body kit on it, and it feels wide, bro. My goodness, this thing has a butt and a half. All right, so we're gonna move on. I'm gonna go find. What should we do? We should do a championship. What do you guys think about a championship here? We haven't done this championship yet.
Keep right.
Championship would be fun. I don't even know what type of cars we're going to be going up against here. Hello.
You have arrived at your destination.
Pass by it a little bit. Let's see what it looks like inside. Yeah, dude, these things are just... I mean, it sounds aggressive and it sounds mean, but it's a little slow. All right. East Suburbs Circuit, but we're gonna run the championship since we haven't done it yet. Retro Muscle is not gonna work for this car. Oh, GT cars, Grand Touring, yeah. I don't want to do only Rolls-Royce, so I think we'll do GT cars just so we can get a little variety in there. Although I don't know how we're gonna be looking.
All the speed of a sports car, all the luxury of a limousine. This is the Horizon GT Cars Championship.
Speed of a sports car and luxury of a limousine. That's a good way to put it. Anyway, we're going to see what we can do here. I'm worried. I'm hoping we're at a good spot in terms of our competition. We should be. I mean, we upgraded. We're sitting at like a 950 or something. Or 850 maybe. 950. I don't remember. I think it's an 850 because we're in the S1 class. So here we go. Let's see what we got. We've got Bentleys. Got that Rolls-Royce Dawn in front of us. Some Ferraris. The good thing about this is, so you guys know, which by the way, we have to do some more GTA soon. I am definitely bringing that back in a big way, so don't you guys worry about that. It's just been crazy lately with like all these new games coming out and COD about to release and stuff. We're gonna get back into it, but you guys remember that one car we got? It was super, super heavy, so it wasn't the fastest, but you could just push people out of the way. That's exactly what this car is going to be for us here. Slow it down there, donkey. All right, nice. So we've got 3 laps on this race. Second place after the first. Pretty solid second place. Gosh, dude, this is just such an iconic car. Like, I love these things. What's this guy have in front of us? I can't even really tell. I can't make it out. He's quick, though. This thing is just, oh, dude, I didn't put race composite tires on it. We're gonna have to head back to the what's it called, the festival site and do that. That's seriously, it's so important in this game, and sometimes I forget. And I wonder why some episodes we do great and other episodes we don't. Usually it's because on the episodes we did great, we had the race composite tires. We wouldn't be sliding. I was wondering why this was sliding so much, because it shouldn't, because it's so heavy. But that's exactly why. That makes total sense. All right, well. We may just have to take an L in our first race. Hopefully not. They consider an F-type Grand Touring? Interesting. I guess it's the normal F-type. It's not the F-type R or anything, but still interesting. I wouldn't consider that luxurious, you know what I mean? We'll take it. If we just keep it on the road here, we should be okay for this win. It's back there in our rear view, but I think we got him. All right, well, we barely beat that out. We need to go put some race composite tires on. I think we're gonna be in a much better position. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna drive up to our second race. I'll see you guys when we get there. and you should see a major difference in the driving. Alright guys, so a quick pit stop and $5,000 later, and we are cruising up the coast on our new tires. I actually didn't go with the race compound. I went with street compound because race compound was going to bring us up to an S2 class. It was going to jump us like 60 or 70 points. So I didn't want to go into S2. We'd be kind of on the lower end of S2. I thought it'd be better to stay in S1. So we're at like a 875 or something like that. I don't know, we'll see. But you guys can see right there, I mean, we were weaving in between traffic. Just, it feels so much better. It's incredible what a difference the tires make in this game and in real life. Here we go, guys. Man, we haven't messed around with this class of cars too much. We need to do it more. Have Bentley in front of us, Gran Turismo. Back to our right, California up there. I love Ferrari Californias, man. We gotta check out all these cars. California's awesome. That's the car that Hex always told me he was gonna get. He hasn't gotten it yet. Back in the day, like a few years ago, he didn't have a car. He would just always drive his wife's car around. I'd be like, bro, like obviously you can afford it. Why don't you get a nice car for yourself? And he's like, nah. First one I'm getting is a Ferrari California. I made a promise to myself, and then I believe he ended up getting that X6. The BMW X6. Because he's a family man, needed the SUV. But still a very cool car. I think he'll get the California one. I don't even know if that's still on his mind. He might have moved on. I know he was looking at i8s at one point. Didn't go for it. Here we go. Caught onslaught into first place. The UK versus Germany right here. Nice, looking good. This thing is, it's so fast. It's hard to control because it's so heavy that you can't stop like you want to be able to. Like normally going 160 in a sports car, supercar, hypercar, anything like that, you're gonna be able to slow down and stop in a reasonable amount of time. This, not so much. This stops slower at 160 than like the Hennessy Venom did at 250, you know what I mean? Like, you really have to plan out your actions before they happen. I just feel like we're on a nice cruise here. Nice cruise through the countryside. Definitely want to slow this down here. See what I mean? Wow, I was not expecting that. Might pass us. We were able to hold him off. Seriously, crazy how much you have to prepare for stuff like that. I thought we had slowed down too much. So I was starting to hit the gas, and it still wasn't enough. Nice. Love being in first place because you can kind of dictate how fast they go. I don't know if you guys could hear the tires squeaking back there, but my controller was starting to vibrate a little bit. We were losing it a little bit. We almost lost it. Alright, downhill and going too fast. Going to slow this down. We're neck and neck. Oh my gosh, we beat him out! Right at the end right there. He tried to make a move on our inside on the final turn, but we were able to beat him out. Good stuff. Okay, so first place in our first race. And even better first place in our second race because we had those nice tires. Although, the M6 was keeping up with us there. We're going to move on to our third race of the championship with a nice 8-point lead and see if we can close this out. Race number 3, here we go, championship race, Marunda Road Sprint. Looks like it's raining and we're out here in the middle of the rainforest, so we're going to be in for a doozy. We're guaranteed at least a tie for first if we place third. If we place better than third, we have a guaranteed win. But it all kind of depends on how it shakes out with the other drivers. Who ends up in first. So let's see what happens here. This thing already skids around all these turns. The rain is not helping at all. Gonna have to trade a little paint. this looks like it's going to be a pretty short race too. We're making our moves. Onslaught's in first. It's not what we want. So right now, if we finished like this, we'd be tied for first. Oh my gosh, somehow we saved that. He can get first as long as we get second. 50% of the way through. I don't know if I'm going to race inside the cockpit this time, boys. Actually, this is a pretty easy section coming up here. I'll go inside for a little bit. What we should do is just sabotage him. Yes! We sabotaged him! See ya, sucker! Now we have a guaranteed win, pretty much. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that just happened, and we did it in the cockpit view where we couldn't really see that well. I'm so sorry, Mike. I don't even know if most of you guys remember Onslaught from back in the day. He, Woody's gamer tag, Bash, Dunkus, Bindro, everybody, like that used to be the crew for COD videos back in the day. Used to make the field stripping series back in Black Ops. It was so good. Then he got a kid and did his architecture thing, had to grow up and be a man. Didn't get to stay a man kid playing video games all day, every day, but he's a good friend, and wow, he he got last place. Dude, that is so funny. That is so funny. All right, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to see you all in our next episode of Forza Horizon 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave comments down below with what you guys want to see next in terms of cars. We're starting to get towards the end, so I know a lot of you guys want to start seeing online stuff. We are going to do multiplayer stuff here soon. I want to do what we originally said, though, and go through and check out all the really cool cars that we want to check out. And then we're going to go into multiplayer. We still have some of the barn finds we have to do. We haven't done any of those yet. So just let me know what you guys want to see. For some reason, it looks like I've got my window down while it's pouring rain in my brand new Wraith. So that's not a very good idea. I'm going to go ahead and go home and put this thing in the garage. I'm going to see you guys later. Peace out.